Okay, two topics I want to talk about today. One is back to delegation again. It's still not clear how we're assigning new people to be delegates, so we're going to have to understand that before we go any further, right? Two, I want you guys to be able to pick out when you've done something that could potentially, um, like how to detect a potential error that you've done. Okay. Now, Gani, I spotted a pretty big mistake, and let's see if anyone else can find it. Gani, show us the Google Analytics report.
Okay, the Google Analytics reports is on here.
Okay, let me go to Aldo. Aldo, what's the problem?
I can see that the page view, the unique page, the page view is going down, and also the bounce rate is. I think the bounce rate is pretty good. They going down, but an average time on page is increasing up. So people is staying on the page longer.
Okay.
But for the page view, I think for the audience coming is going down.
Okay, let's go over to Rizal. Rizal, clarify and enhance what Aldo just said. What type of traffic is going down right now?
The organic traffic is going down.
Organic
Basically.
traffic is going down. Okay, so
Yeah.
Yanni, I want you to go. What are the two major keywords that we need to rank for this page?
Bali property management and the other one is sorry, I forget. Sorry.
Property management, Bali. Yeah.
Property management. Oh yeah.
Okay, so basically it's the same words in different sequences. I want you to go to the new page and show me where those keywords are on the new page that you've made.
Okay. Sorry. Okay, I open the incognito. Bali property management. So we are in number 1.
Okay.
This one is Bali property management.
Okay, this is a little bit weird because when I search on a lot of other ones, we're not number 1 anymore. We're like number 6. Okay, but I want you to. Okay, I'll show you. I'll show you what I see on my side. Yeah, I'll share my screen.
Okay.
So
Sure.
what I've done is this. I just used this VPN tool, right? Oh wait, sorry, I'm sharing the wrong screen. I've used this VPN tool, and I suggest you guys can also use it too as well, because this will allow you to see what you look like from different places in the world, right? So I've set my setting to France right now, and I'm going to look for, let's say, if I'm in France, I'm going to look for Bali property management, and we are no longer number 1. We are number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We're like all the way to the bottom of the page now, right? Okay, let's say I change my location also to maybe a different location. Okay, let's change that to, I don't know, Australia, right? Okay, change to Australia. I set a new search, Bali property management, and let's take a look. No longer number 1 again. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Not even on the first page anymore, actually. Okay, let's see if we're on the second page. We're on the second page now in Australia. Okay? All right. I want you to go to the Manage My Property page, Gunny. And, okay, share your screen and show me the Manage My Property page.
Okay, here we go, sir.
Okay. Can you search for Bali property management or property management Bali on this page?
Bali property management.
It doesn't exist, right?
I see. Okay,
Okay,
okay, got it,
so
got it.
you in the okay, you've done some good things, right? It's a better layout, better presentation, but you remove the keyword, right? That drives traffic to this page. So never do that. Okay, never remove the keywords that bring organic traffic to the page. Yes.
But actually, me and Vera only changed on the long-term rental only, sir, not on the manage my property.
Then this page when it was changed, I don't know when it was changed, but it was changed a while back, right?
Mm,
When that
mm,
time we changed it, we did not migrate the keywords over to the new change, right? And remember, SEO doesn't
mm,
happen right away. SEO happens over months, okay? So
mm,
whenever you make a change on the page, please remember, don't change the keywords, okay? Don't
mm.
change the
Yeah,
keywords.
yeah, yeah.
It happened a few months ago, and the result took a few months for it to happen because Google re-indexes. Now, it
Mm,
will probably take a few months after you re-add it for us to re-rank again. I couldn't figure out
mm,
why, right? That would happen. Why are we getting less organic traffic? We have more backlinks now. We have more events. We have more universities linking to us. Why would our ranking go down? And then the only thing that I looked for was we removed the keywords. So that's why we're not getting
mm.
that anymore. Okay, so
Yeah.
this is the takeaway, everyone, right? If you do SE, if you do changes now, in addition to the brand book, remember the SEO strategy. Do not remove any top
Mm.
ranking keywords if you make any changes. Now, you've done the long-term rental page, right? Please make
Yes,
sure
sir.
there's long-term rental now on the long-term rental
Yes.
page. Okay?
Yes.
Make sure we have not removed those keywords as well. So aesthetically, you're doing better, as Aldo has pointed out. We have better page, we have less bounce rate, we have whatever, but please just put the keywords back somewhere, and we should be able to get our ranking back. Okay. Yes, good. Long-term villa rental in Bali. Very good. Very good. Okay, make sure that's sprinkled in there a few times so that we
Okay.
ranking for
Yeah.
that. Okay, really
Okay, sir.
important
So that.
to keep in mind. Okay, when you do a
Okay.
landing page optimization, that's one.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, now since you're here, Gunny, let me go into a discussion here. Right, let's go to the Trello board. I still don't know where the new people are, right? Last time I made an example for how you could sequence a new person onto your team. But when I look at it, it still shows both the old and the new. So I'm not sure. Did you guys want to use the new
Mm,
method, or are
mm.
you going to? It's not clear. Okay, so
Okay.
so that part, I think we need to have clarity. Okay, great. So I can see on the campaign that part is there. But on Aldo's campaign, is Grace involved in your campaign, Aldo?
Yeah, so as my discussion with Mas Gani that so Grace will like focus the bandwidth on the Instagram first.
Okay,
So after she gets the
then
fluency, then
remove
yeah,
this thing from the thing. I don't think Aldo was here last
oh,
time, but there's two. I put that as an example. If Grace was helping you doing that, then that's how it should be written,
yeah,
right? But if she's not,
yeah,
then
yeah.
just remove that so that we're not confused, right? Remember,
Okay.
gentlemen, when we get new people on our team, uh, there's a type of conversation that I'd like to avoid, and you guys know what that conversation is, right? It's like, oh, I'm too busy. All my bandwidth is being used up. I don't, that. But then we're all at the back of our minds thinking, what are you doing? Right? Where are the results? So if we label properly, we will never have those kinds of conversations. That anybody's results should be visible and their bandwidth to support that result should be very clear, right? When we don't have clarity, then we have a lot of low quality conversations like the one I had in PR yesterday, where they don't have the structure, and we spent 30 minutes talking about why an article wasn't written, right? And it was because, oh, I don't have bandwidth for it, and this isn't the, and it's like, where have you scheduled the person to deliver the result? Not there. So it's not clear. So it just becomes kind of like a waste of time. The second thing is if you're getting more people on your team, that means your SLA should start improving, right? You should see more and more focus. So you should be allocating that resource to support the SLA, and that needs to be clear. That if anybody comes to you and you're not able to deliver an SLA, they should be at least able to see that you've put the right person there, that you've put the person there. Okay, so Aldo, please go ahead and remove Grace if Grace isn't supposed to be there. Let's go over to field canvassing. This is Rizal's campaign. Let's open that up, Gani. Okay, in that particular regard, is Grace helping you out, Rizal, with this campaign?
Yeah, basically, I just want to ask Mas Gandhi about the clarification. If right now is Grace cannot helping this particular campaign, may I know in when Grace can basically helping about the other campaign, basically like the estimation of clarity for the Grace can help the other
There you
campaign.
go. Okay, over to Gani.
I think for my understanding on the Grace bandwidth on the Google Calendar, I still can see that Grace still have enough time on the evening afternoon. So you just go like to the
Okay,
Google.
very good. So great. Just like everyone else here, we're not just working on one campaign and that's all we do, right? That's a little bit not the best use of time. So, Rizal, if you want time, then who is Grace's handler? Is it Gani or Aldo? It's
Me,
Gani.
sir.
Okay. All right. Rizal, what should you do then?
Okay, so from my experience before, I have to ask the body first rather than asking the from Grace, because like the Frida case. If now in second, if we ask directly, that could be
Yeah.
apa namanya yeah,
Tabrakan.
that's
Yeah. Okay. All right.
yeah.
Good. Great. Let's go to Aldo.
Yeah, so if we back to the calendar, I also cannot see the Instagram slot on this, so maybe
Mm.
yeah, so we can know her prioritization and bandwidth for.
There you
Okay.
go. Very
Thank
good.
you,
Thank you,
Aldo.
Aldo.
Thank
Thank you,
you.
Aldo. Yeah, very good catch, Aldo. So, Gunny, I would suggest instead of calling it Instagram, it's just first priority campaign, second priority campaign, third priority campaign. That way it's abstract. It can always
Mm.
change, right? But it's like our budget, right? But just like your normal living expense budget, you spend maybe 20% of your income on food,
Mm.
30% on housing, whatever. So whatever it is on your priorities, and maybe your priorities change. Maybe you want to spend 30% on food and 20% on such. So don't tie it to a certain campaign. Tie it to a priority. So your first priority things you will spend 3 hours a day, right? Your second priority you spend 2 hours a day. Third priority you spend 1 hour a day. And that way we just say, all right, your first priority has changed now. You will do this as your first priority, so you will spend more time
Mm.
on this. Okay?
Okay.
That creates a little
Okay.
bit more flexibility, like the way Rizal and you and Aldo have done it. Okay, good catch, Aldo. Thank you. And then, yes, Rizal, you're right. If you want to allocate time, talk to the buddy, make sure that it's okay, and then I think we can. It's just a simple shift, right? It's okay. Your first
Mm.
priority is here. Talk to the buddy, see if they want to shift their first priority. If the buddy says, "Hey, look, like maybe this shouldn't be this candidate's first priority," then talk to you. Maybe they can move their first
Mm.
priority to a campaign that you're working on. Okay, so
Mm.
that's a discussion that you have with the buddy. What is the first priority? What's the second priority? What's the third priority of the intern? Okay, great. I think this can be helpful because Rizal, you probably need some people to help you process the leads as well. And I think Aldo, you might need somebody to help you get more offline leads into the funnel, right? Because I only saw it go up by 4. Grace is here. I think she's competent. I think she's energetic. She's motivated. So let's put her to work and help out where she can help out. Okay. This is important because this sets culture for the next people who come in. Uh, the more clear we are right now, the more clear the next person will be. And your job should get easier and easier and easier over time. It should really be like, I've delegated everything to my interns. I don't have to do anything anymore. When you reach that stage, let me know. I'll find for something more for you to do, right? Or you can create your own ideas. But that is that can happen. It happened to me, right? I'm not very busy anymore. for better or worse, right? But it's because now the delegation is clear. Okay, so if you make delegation clear, you can delegate more to the interns. You can spend more time leading, less time doing. Okay, all right, that part is done. The last part I want to talk about is this. If we can go open the discussion, I'll give you guys a little bit of training for how to delegate, okay? So when you delegate, there's two ways to delegate. There's parallel delegation and there's sequential delegation. But before we even talk about delegation, let me sort of, I'll go over here, right? In the same discussion we had last time. Okay, so what is an SLA? All right? An SLA is basically this. You take some inputs, you do your activity, okay, and you produce an output. That's it. Simple as that, okay? So then the question is, how do you delegate an SLA? Okay, there's two ways you can delegate an SLA. You can delegate in parallel and you can delegate in sequential, okay? Let's take a very simple analogy. Okay, everybody kind of understands how to make rice, right? Okay, so the 3 steps to making rice. Gani, what are the 3 steps to making rice?
Prepare the rice and prepare the stuff like rice cooker,
Okay,
and then wash the rice,
okay,
and then measure the water,
okay.
and then just plug in the electricity.
Okay, that's too complicated. Give me 3 steps to making rice. Let's go to Rizal. Rice in 3 steps, Rizal.
Wash and then cook and then prepare for
And then serve. Okay, all right,
yeah,
wash,
serve, yeah.
cook, serve, right? Simple 3 steps to making rice. All right, parallel is this, guys, right? The inputs, let's say you delegate as in parallel. The inputs go into your activity, okay? Activity, and then you produce an output, okay? The same inputs go into your intern or your delegate's activity, and it also produces an output. Basically, if I delegate, let's say, to Gani making rice, Gani would wash the rice, cook the rice, and then serve the rice, the same as I would. That's what we call a parallel delegation, okay? So they take in the same input, they produce the same output as you, okay? Now, the sequential, let's test this out. Aldo, what is a sequential delegation?
From my understanding, sequential delegation is where we delegate one of the inputs, either input, method activity, or outputs. So there, one stage will be done with another person.
Excellent. Okay, that's it. So basically, this is a sequential delegation. Okay, your input goes into, let's say, the mentor's job, and then, oops, God damn, how did I do that? Okay, and then let's say the intern. It could be either way, right? So sequential delegation is what we do in campaigns. Rizal's input is Rizal's output is Gani's input. Gani's output is Aldo's input. So that's a sequential delegation. Okay. All right. Let me ask you a question. If your intern has incredibly good ZPD, they're very, very competent. What type of delegation should you choose to put them in? Rizal.
Sequential, sir.
Okay. Let's go to Gani. Gani, what do you think it is?
Parallel, sir.
Okay. Aldo, who's right?
I think it's parallel.
Okay. Rizal, it's parallel. If somebody can do the job just as good as you can, then put them in parallel, right? Because then you can split according to what? You can split according to like an area. You take care of this area, I'll take care of this area, right? But we do the same thing. We canvas from lead to finished deal if they have the same ZPD as you, right? So that part makes it easy. You can delegate according to a time, right? Like I do the morning shift, you do the evening shift, but you do everything from from A to Z, okay? The other one is you could split it up to channel. You take care of Facebook, I take care of Instagram. You take care of Google ads, I take care of Facebook ads. But you do the entire thing from front to end. That's when you have somebody who has full ZPD. They understand all the way of the process from beginning to end. And that's how you delegate to them, okay, when they have that capability. Now, let's say the opposite, right? Let's say your intern has very narrow ZPD. They're only good at one particular thing. Then, Rizal, what type of delegation should we do?
Sequential, sir.
Correct. All right, here's the next question then. Let's create two types of sequential delegation. Sequential delegation A, sequential delegation B. Rizal, or no, Gani, if you are in charge of this SLA, what would you choose to an intern that you have no understanding or no confidence of their capability yet? Would you put them in sequential A or sequential B?
I prefer on sequential B, sir.
Okay, Aldo, what would you prefer?
I think it's also B.
Okay, let's go
Yeah.
with Rizal. What would you think?
I think A. I think A.
Okay, Rizal, incorrect. Gani and Aldo, you guys are correct. Remember, if you are in charge of the SLA, then you are delivering the SLA at the end, right? So no matter what happened in front of you, you still deliver the SLA. So you need to be at the last stage of the SLA in order to deliver it. Now, if the people in front of you have screwed up, you can still fix it. You can still tell them to fix what happened. But if you give them sequential A result, then what happens is they will deliver result and you won't know, right? You'll be like, what? What's happened? Now, remember this, right? Usually, you're right. You can't get your result unless your intern does their result first. So that part is important. But it's usually a little bit more, you have more control if you're at the end than at the beginning. If you're at the beginning, you could do your job very well, get lots of leads, and then nothing happens afterwards, right?
Okay,
But
understood.
if you're
Yeah,
at
yeah.
the end, then you know I'm supposed to deliver 4 partnerships at the end of the month, and you've given me 0 leads. You need to go out there and get me more leads, right? And then you can control the process, right? So if you have a very good, capable person to fulfill the end of the delegation, then you don't need to worry about it, right? But if you're not sure of the person's capability, then as a mentor, you should probably be at the end stage. That way you can see what's going through. Has anybody ever worked in a restaurant before? Like a good restaurant? Okay. If you work in a good restaurant, where do you think the head chef is? Is he doing prep work, like scaling the fish and cleaning the vegetables? Aldo, where should the head chef be?
I think it's on the end of the cooking process,
Yes.
on the plating and things.
If you've ever eaten at a really nice restaurant, the head chef is always at the last stage before the plate goes out to be delivered to the patrons. He's checking to make sure the dish has been constructed correctly. Usually what he's doing is garnishing. He's putting the little leaves, he's putting all that. And not because that's important. I mean, that doesn't really add that much value. But what he's doing as he's garnishing is he's watching and making sure that the rest of that product has been correctly done. So if anything has not been correctly done, then he can reject it and ask whoever was ahead to recreate and create it correctly. So yes, if you're going to ensure the quality is there, you need to be at the final stage to make sure that that's clear. Okay? So I need everyone to understand that about delegation. This is an inspiration that I just recently had, and hopefully it will help you also understand how to delegate. Okay? So you can choose to put your interns in a parallel delegation if you believe they can do the same job as you. If they get the same input and they can produce the same output, great. If you believe that they don't have that, then you need to put them somewhere maybe sequentially, maybe in front. So let's say, for example, Aldo. Aldo delivers meetings, right, to Wayana. So he has a few steps in his process. Maybe he gets a Mandor contact. Maybe he gets an owner contact. He can put his intern in front of him so that he always gets owner contacts, and then he closes owner contacts and makes sure they turn into meetings. Now, let's say Aldo put himself in the front, right? Let's say he put himself in the front where he's getting owner contacts and he delegates Grace or some new person to then create the meetings. What would happen? Maybe he's getting a lot of owner contacts, but there's no meetings happening. Not good, right? So better to put the new person in the front. Then Aldo will go like, strange. I used to get like 15 owner contacts a week. Now I get 0. So maybe my delegate needs to work a little bit differently in order to feed me what I need in order to do my job, which is to get more meetings. Okay? So this is a little bit theory, but Gunny, do you think you could apply this to the way you work?
Yes, sir. So I see that actually Grace is competent on the content managing and then message copywriting. So I believe on I will do the delegation parallel.
Okay,
So
great.
I see that I see that her strength on the Instagram is good. So lately I will do parallel. So.
Okay, excellent. All right, Aldo, what about you? Does this make sense for you? And can you apply it?
Yep, it is makes sense. So we can know what delegation types that we need to do in terms of their competency.
Excellent. Okay, and Rizal, does this make sense for you too?
Yes, sir. Yeah,
Okay.
pretty clear.
Excellent. So Rizal's case, you have canvassers right now, right? So their canvassers are working at the top of funnel, and then now this is essentially almost like a parallel delegation, right? I think right now you're also splitting up the work with Wyana. She directs you to the areas that have the most properties. That is actually pretty cool. That's a sequential delegation, right? One person figures out what area, the other person then goes to the particular area. Maybe you find that your canvassers cannot do the whole thing. Maybe they can't discover and then canvas. So maybe you can split it up. But that is how you would then change the SLA and break the SLA into chunks so that you can get the right ZPD. Whatever you're doing
Sure.
right now can still be broken into stages, right? So it's like make a funnel of your existing stage. Yes, over to Gani.
I just asking about is this card is already correct or need some change based on
Oh,
the
excellent
so
question.
make
Thank you very
easy.
much, Gani. Thank you for asking.
So yeah, how to
That
easy to read.
is, yeah, that looks right. So that is a parallel delegation. That's really good. So essentially, it's like a sandwich, right? A and
Mm-hmm.
C is the input and output. So what we're going to see is we're going to see, does the input get any better over
I see.
the number of activities that happen? So what we should be able to see is that Grace, with her activity, is able to consistently lift that conversion rate over time, right? So the more
Okay.
activity she generates in stage B, the better
Okay.
A becomes, and then the better
I
C
see.
becomes. Okay,
Okay.
and this is the good part, gentlemen. At some point, Grace will probably reach her maximum on this one, right? And then
Mm.
that's good. That means that you've optimized this SLA to the highest it can go. So then you can put
Mm.
Grace on a different SLA to support whatever you're working on. Maybe what we can do is, let's say, this could be an idea. Let's say, I don't know. Let's say, okay, here's one. Maybe Aldo, right? Aldo, you can put Grace on improving the elevator pitch to the people that you approach. So you put in your current stats. Maybe you convert at, let's say, a 25% level. Grace then uses, let's say, some new ideas. Maybe she writes a new article, right? She writes a new thing. So she'll keep on producing new pitches all the time, and you'll just keep on using them. And let's say it moves from 25 to 30%. Then great. Okay, then Grace, keep on writing, right? Keep on writing new ideas. So then she'll keep on generating new ideas, go from 5 new ideas to 10 new ideas, and we move 30% to 35%, and keep on going. So that's how that person can help you achieve your SLA too as well. Okay. And last thing here. Okay, so that part I think is clear. Aldo, Rizal, if you guys want to delegate something to Grace that you believe is middle funnel or whatever in your campaigns, you can also put that in, delegate to Grace, and then she has her own little campaign SLA workshop to work on.
Mm. I see.
Yeah, any new person, right? Let's say somebody is a graphic artist and you believe that you can use graphic design to enhance the website. So then it's really easy, right? You just say conversion rate website, right? And then the number of times that they have actually implemented new graphics. So they can go early conversion rate is 10%, new conversion rate is 11. I implemented the graphics 50 times, right? Great. Okay, so keep on doing it, and we should see positive progress. It's not entirely scientific, right? They could see bigger conversion due to something else, but let's say at any given time have one person work on a particular conversion and just leave them to it and see if that idea works. Okay, so that's that. The third thing is a little bit more abstract. We're going to be getting 3 new people, 3 new interns again, so that will make it 7 people on this team, which is actually really exciting. It means that we can create more space now for ideas. It means 2 things. One, if there was an idea that you wanted to try before, now you can try it, right? Or if you have an idea that you want to have enhanced, you can have it enhanced. So parallel or sequential delegation. Sequential would be more like, you know what? I'm not getting, let's say, the conversion rate I want on this SLA. Can you think of a way to get it higher? And they go, okay, good. All right. So now you delegate it to them. And now you don't have to worry about that particular side of the SLA anymore. They will think of, I'm going to create more graphics, or I'll send more messages, or I'll use this ad program, or whatever it is, right? Rizal could say, I need more impressions, right? I need more impressions to come in. So then you could delegate it to somebody, and they could go on Twitter and find you 10,000 new impressions, or TikTok and find you 10,000 new impressions, whatever it is, okay? And they can start driving those campaigns down the funnel. So that creates, I think, a exciting point. Maybe Gani's like, oh, I need better conversion in the middle funnel in TikTok now. So somebody needs to create some video GIFs or some dance things or whatever it is. So once again, you can delegate that. So you can start kind of creating new campaigns as well. But I'll let you guys imagine first what you would like that to be. If there's no ideas, then I'll have to create some ideas, right? But it is exciting because we have a method, and now we just need to imagine how we can apply that method to different things. Shit, you can apply overseas marketing now, right? It's kind of like the same now. You just need to make sure that what happens after we onboard the property can still be managed, right? But I think you guys can get it. It's like you probably need to hire a photographer to take the picture and then whatever. Okay, anyway, I won't go too much into those kinds of ideas, but I need some ideas, and if you guys have any ideas, then please put them up. All right, that's it. That's what I want to meet really quickly. So the first thing is make sure when you make adjustments, you don't lose your SEO benefit, okay, on keywords. The second thing is understand how to delegate in parallel and sequentially, and when are the correct sort of circumstances based on the candidate ZPD to delegate in parallel or delegate sequentially, okay? And the third thing is come up with some ideas that the new people can start working on or can enhance for you. There's good progress all across the company, everyone. After we have the system, our inquiry conversion rates are going up. Everything seems to be really, really good. Our revenue is going up too as well. Your progress is good too. You're doubling, tripling the SLA on the number of partnerships. So this system is really, I think, activating what we can become. Don't forget how to pass it to the next person, right? That's kind of like the missing link right now. We know how to do it, but we're not passing it to the next person. If we can pass it to the next person, we can probably do something pretty incredible in a very short amount of time. Okay? All right, gentlemen.
Thank you, sir.
All right, see you guys.
Sir,
See you, sir.
Yes, Rizal.
sorry. I see Aldo have a new thread. Aldo, you want to discuss it now? Or
Oh yeah, Aldo, you have a new thread. Let's discuss it.
It's just simple. So people like asking, do we have sync-ups today? Since it's like virtual and our calendar is not changing, and yeah, I need someone to change that event. So I believe it's on Jinx calendar.
Sure.
So yeah, need to change
Okay.
it.
What I'll make it is Aldo. I need some help here. How do I make it available on the time slot? So it is a virtual sync up, but today I thought it was really important because there were some urgent
Yeah.
things.
Okay.
So no, we don't have sync ups on Friday. This is sort of like an emergency because I was like,
Yeah,
okay,
yeah, 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 yeah.
but can we make the calendar slot available?
Yeah, so I think we can create it like so. There's option of free or busy, right, on
Uh,
every for every event, and we can also put the virtual sync up or flexible on the
Yeah.
title, so we can from outside of chapter can know what exactly we do on the calendar, and also we can put it on the description.
okay, I'll put a it's a virtual on the title now.
Yep.
Virtual meeting, and then I'm gonna need to customize it, so it's only on Fridays now. Okay, and
Friday and
Friday and Wednesday.
Wednesday, right?
yeah, Friday and Wednesday. Yep. Let me go ahead and change it. Custom Wednesday, Friday, and never. Okay, good. Save this and following events. Okay, sent everybody, and then okay. I'll share my screen so you guys can see what I'm doing. But my question is, my question is how to make it available because somebody asked if we do these things, then okay. Is there anything else I need to do? Oh, busy, available, right? Free, like that.
Yep. Yep.
Yeah. Okay, that should be good. And then Monday, I will change that. This is Monday, and we only once a week, and this is the synchronous. We should probably just use that word, yeah? Synchronous versus asynchronous. Everything is virtual anyways these days. And this one is busy. This one we probably won't be taking too many things. Okay, so that's okay. Send. And this one will relabel as a asynchronous meeting. Asynchronous meeting. Okay, done. Does that work for everyone? Cool. Okay, good stuff. All right, gentlemen, have a good day. And yeah, I'll catch you all later.
Yeah. Thank you, sir. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you. Have a good day.